Good morning. This is Fragments of Memory, aka your friendly neighborhood armchair philosopher. Now, in light of the recent events surrounding Tyrese, you know the infamous video, and people have been going ham on the brother. So this pointed to something. Regardless of the circumstances surrounding Tyrese's situation, I've noticed in general in our culture in this United States of America, men aren't allowed to be vulnerable. In this society, especially when it comes to the black community, men are expected to be like stone or cold steel. I can never shed a tear, nor can I ever emote. I can show some joy, but not too much joy. I can show anger, but not too much anger. And don't complain, don't whine, and for heaven's sake, don't shed a tear. If you step out of these manly parameters, you are too soft, too sensitive, in your feelings, suspect, gay, and bitch made. The message that I receive from my so-called community is to shut up, take all the bruises, bumps, and cuts from the world and keep it moving. How I feel doesn't matter. Women don't seem to respect a man's emotional nature, generally speaking. And ladies, if this does not apply to you, you can simply pass on by. But generally speaking, they do criticize him for not having any emotions and then criticize him for having them. Now, I've been watching the social media, and again, I'm going to bring up the internet is heavily just criticized Tyrese with his emotion-filled plea to see his children. Now, there may be some more nuances to that, but I thought it spoke to a larger question. And again, the words suspect, sensitive, tender, and bitch made come up. I have been taught by my society and the black woman that I am ultimately expendable and that I will be sacrificed if the need arises. We as men are more likely to die of stress, heart attack, and hypertension than women. Women on average do live longer than men. They tend to live longer than men. Women are allowed to vent their frustrations and emote. We aren't. Is a man measured only in how he is able to take damage without complaining or breaking? Am I only a man if I can completely detach from any and all emotion? Just thinking about it exhausts me. Now, there's something that a YouTuber said where he said often men go crazy and they might commit suicide or might murder someone else. We're more likely to do that according to certain statistics. I can see that. If you don't have any outlet for those emotions and those feelings and no way to vent them and channel them, well, of course, we're all one bad moment away from lashing out. Now, here's a thought. We don't tell women to grow a pair, nor do we tell women to woman up. Why do we do this to men? A woman can just be. Now, I'm not saying she doesn't have her struggle. Let me get that out of the way. But I am saying a woman can just be. A man has to do. A man has to prove his manhood, where a woman doesn't have to prove that she's a woman. Her womanhood is never called into question. People may question her morality, people may question other things, but nobody questions a woman's very essence of womanhood. Or it is in the minority where a man's manhood is always up for grabs and up to be challenged constantly. So I often feel that I'm not saying we should sit around sipping chamomile tea and crying over everything, but sometimes I do think we need a release without judgment or criticism. Those are my 2 cents. Tell me what you think. Peace.